What is going on, Retro Maniacs? It's Joe Day coming at you from Mike's Retro Trading Cards. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. It's not sports cards or wrestling cards. Today we are going to dig into a box of comic book cards, specifically the 1991 Marvel Universe Series 2. But before we get to that, hit the music. All right, let's get right to this. This is a big boy. This is 36 packs per box, 10 cards per pack. Not like what you have today where it's 5 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. This is going to take some work. So let's get right to it. Before we do, I got my handy dandy cheap knife. Custom made Mike's Retro Trading Cards box opener. Since Mike won't, actually spend any of that money. I think this knife is so dull. Oh, there it goes. It actually went through it. Fantastic. I actually opened up a box of the 1990, the Series 1, the one that had all the buzz, everyone's quote-unquote rookie cards in that, like Iron Man and Captain America and all those guys. I did record it before we actually started doing a channel. So it's not great. I might take a look at it and see if it is worthy of posting online. Oh, this is a pain. I don't remember this. All right, there we go. So this was one of the first. Wow, that was terrible. This is one of the first products I ever opened. I was 10 or 11 years old when this came out, and they were probably like $1 a pack back then. And I actually went to a card shop across the street from Mike's. It just weird happenstance that the card shop was closed the one day, and my grandmother used to take me grocery shopping with her, and instead of dealing with me in the grocery store, she would drop me off at, it was called the Sports Page, and I used to open up packs of these cards. So pretty fun. Sports Page closed down. They were pretty terrible. And I started going over to Mike's. But so here we go. Fun packs though. They're pretty cool. You get holograms. I think it's 3, maybe 2 per box. But let's just start digging into it. The set's 162 cards. So you should get 2 sets or so out of this. See, Punisher, Kang, very timely. Havoc, X-Men versus Marauders, Fantastic Four. They should be coming to the MCU soon. Silver Sable, Avengers versus Kang. That is very MCU-centric. Grim Reaper, Quasar's Quantum Bands, Submariner. He should be in the MCU soon. Mandarin, and Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Decent shape. These are super thin cards. These are the QA/QC. The quality control of these things were not great. But they are, I love the artwork. I know a lot of people like the Master Series or Masterpieces. Oh, hologram right out of the gate here. Second pack. Pretty cool card. Punisher. You can see the holograms, even in these, are really off-centered. But from the looks of it, it's not too bad in terms of surface scratching, which is also a concern for these. I think Venom has a hologram in here. Not sure who else. Pretty cool though. This doesn't really add anything at all to the not really a good background shot. All right, Daredevil and Elektra. Super Skrull, that's a pretty cool card. The Infinity Gauntlet. This was the card that Mike, EP, and I would joke around. The Thanos rookie card. When we saw these starting to go for a ridiculous amount of money. PSA graded. Phoenix, Galactus, Fantastic Four versus Skrulls, Iceman, Doctor Strange and Mordo, Daredevil, Sleepwalker, Absorbing Man, was the 90s, and Jubilee. Yeah, I opened up 2 boxes of the 91. I sent probably 10 or 15 of them off to, I think it was 10 or 15 off to PSA to get graded. You know, even though I opened up a ton of it, they're just, like I said, the quality control of these were so bad that there weren't a ton of the good characters to send off to get graded. Captain America's Shield, Kingpin. I hope they bring back Vincent D'Onofrio to play Kingpin in the MCU. Night Thrasher, Human Torch versus Submariner. The Avengers, very cool card. You got White Vision in there. She-Hulk. Beast. Mordo. Spider-Man versus Lizard. She-Hulk. Ultimate Nullifier. Puma. And Quicksilver. Yeah, I put together one set for myself. Like I said, sent a few to PSA to get graded, which hopefully I'll get them back in the next 6 to 8 months. If you send anything to PSA, you know how long it takes. Megan, no idea who that is. Cap Shield, which we just got. Kingpin, which we just got. We're already getting doubles, you know, 3 or 4 packs in. Night Thrasher, Human Torch, Namor, Avengers, Beast. Yeah, this is a almost a complete double. And then I've been selling singles. I asked friends if they needed any singles to complete sets, and then whatever I had left over I had put on eBay. X-Factor, Blackout, Storm, Dr. Octopus's Arms, Mojo. Man, he creeped me out when I was a kid. Sasquatch. X-Men versus Sentinels. One of my favorite cartoon plots. Power Ratings, Agility, and Quasar. So I'll probably put a set together for myself, try and pick out the best looking one, and then there's not really a grading market for these. You don't really see the 91s selling for much graded. And grading is just so expensive, so if you don't spike a 10 on some of the key characters, it's really not worth it. I thought about, it's a cool card, Silver Surfer and Thanos. Doctor Strange, my favorite MCU character. I thought about, Scarlet Witch, pretty cool. Buying a box of, another box of 1990. They did come down quite a bit in price from where they were at. I didn't buy them at the high, but I definitely didn't buy them at the low. I did buy them with just enough timing to get some of the good ones like Black Panther and Captain America and Thanos off to PSA. But the boxes weren't cheap. They have come down quite a bit in price. There's White Vision. So I thought about buying a box and ripping it open. There's a Venom. There's a print line right across and dinged up edge. And sending them off to SGC, but the market for SGC graded Marvel cards is so low. You know, you look at sports cards and SGC is definitely less valuable than PSA. But when you look at Thanos, very cool card. when you look at comic book cards, you know, it might be 75% value in a sports card, like a Tom Brady, you know, Bowman Chrome rookie card might be worth 75% of a PSA Tom Brady Bowman Chrome rookie card. But with comic book cards, it's not even close. You know, you can get a Stan Lee, which is the most, at one point it was the most expensive, most valuable one, you know, PSA for like $500-600 for a PSA 10. And then you look at an SGC 10, which aren't easy to come by. And it's worth like, oh, sorry, my camera's kind of freaking out. It's worth like a quarter, if that, what the PSA one is valued at. So it really just wasn't worth it to, you know, spend $600-700 on a box and then send a few off and hope you get a few good ones that are going to come back 10s. You know, that's the one thing with these cards is the quality control was so bad. It's not like 10s are falling out of trees or anything. Captain Britain, New Warriors, Ultron, very cool. If you watch the What If show, Ultron was very cool in that. Thor, Wolverine's Claws, Jigsaw. If you watch the Netflix Daredevil and Punisher universe, Jigsaw, very cool character. Death's Head, Wolverine versus Hulk. The checklist, and it is 162 cards, and the 5 holograms are Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, Punisher, Fantastic Four versus Mole Man, and Hulk. I'm definitely going to get a Fantastic Four versus Mole Man. I can just sense it already. Cyclops, Lizard, and Silver Surfer versus Mephisto. It's definitely a reminiscing rip. Hobgoblin, Thor versus Ulick, Hulk, Bucky looks quite a bit different than Winter Soldier. Loki, that's a very cool card. I'm kind of looking over New York City like that. U.S. Agent, X-Men versus Magneto, the Marauders, Adam Warlock, which probably will be in the MCU. Daredevil versus Bullseye, Sauron, and Kraven, who I believe is going to be in the, if not the MCU, then the Sonyverse, I believe. Ghost Rider, cool Iron Man card. Tombstone, Punisher versus Jigsaw, Deathlock, Iron Man versus Mandarin, very Iron Man 3, Thing, Rage, I think that was Luke Cage's villain, Dr. Octopus, current Ghost Rider, Daredevil's Billy Club, and Magneto. That is a very cool card. Cool stuff. You know, I'm 15 minutes in this video, and Mike's gonna yell because I did not say make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Do you guys collect comic book cards, or are you just sports cards guys and you stumbled into this this video? Let us know. You know, I started off with comic book cards, then got into sports cards, then got into comic books. I actually didn't read comic books before I started collecting the comic book cards. So, kind of a weird way to go about it. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, I love opening up comic book cards. So, if you like it, I will definitely buy some more and open them up. Gambit, that's a cool card. Some of these we're gonna zip through because we've already seen 2 or 3 of them. Union Jack. There's a cool one, Captain America versus Baron Zemo. My favorite villain in the MCU. X-Men, Rogue, Nebula. Avengers versus Ultron, Silver Surfer, another Kang, Havoc. As you can see, there is, they kind of run in a series. You'll get like 3 or 4 in a row of the same order. Rage, Dr. Octopus, Ghost Rider, Union Jack, Zemo, X-Men, Rogue, Nebula. Yeah. I mean, it was the 90s. What do you expect? They called it junk wax for a reason. Spider-Man versus Hobgoblin. Avengers West Coast. I always found that funny. They had East and West Coast of a superhero team that was supposed to be protecting the universe. Invisible Woman. Saracen. I definitely mispronounced that. Sorry, friends of Saracen. Silver Surfer, Thanos, Doctor Strange. That's such a cool card. I sent one of these from Series 1 in to get graded with PSA. Maybe I'll send one of these into SGC if it looks pretty good. Grim Reaper. Some of these edges are looking rough. I don't think you can see it on the video. Submariner, Mandarin. Shadowcat. Nick Fury versus Baron Strucker. That's pretty cool. Spider-Man. First Spider-Man. Off-centered. And edge problem. Darkhawk. And Rhino. I think we're about halfway through. Only 1 hologram, so I don't know if it's 2 or 3 per box yet. I remember when, if you had like a really shady collectible store or card shop, there was a way you could kind of tell where the holograms were back in the day. So it was like, for example, oh, it's the 4th pack down on the left, or, it's the 3rd pack on the bottom right. And that's a really cool card. I was a big fan of Archangel. And, you go in, and back in the day, the holograms were the big deal. That's what you wanted to pull. And, little did you know, you probably had no chance because the person that owned the store would kind of search the boxes. And I know they did that at the shop I used to go to before I started going to Mike's. It's a cool card. They were kind of notorious for that. But this one came sealed, so we should get another one at some point. Green Goblin, Red Skull, Banshee, Daredevil, Kingpin, Wonder Man. It's kind of cool. You can tell this is the left half or the top half. It's cards we haven't gotten yet. Someone asked me how I display these or store these. I actually just switched over to pages, and I put them in a 3-ring binder. That way, if I wanted to go through them, check the artwork out, check the cards out, they have value, but it's more, for me, it's more kind of sentimental value than oh, this, boy, if I send this Iron Man into PSA and it gets a 10, it's going to be worth a ton or something like that, Mandarin's Rings, Fing Fang Foom. Hope they do a live action version. Unless they did in Shang-Chi. I need to watch that yet. Wolverine. That's a cool Wolverine card. You can see bleeding right here in the border. Like I said, you weren't expecting great quality control. I'm sure I've said it probably about 10 times by now. But it's definitely a walk down memory lane, that's for sure. Still looking for that second hologram. Boy, look at this whole pack. It's like I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Masters of Evil. Yeah, Baron Zemo. Iron Fist. Terrible Show. Thing versus Hulk. Mysterio. Ghost Rider. Iron Man. Tombstone. I think I have a box of G.I. Joe cards, and then I have a box of DC Masters. I'm actually, when I was a kid and I started reading comic books, I actually started reading DC. I did like some Marvel stuff. You know, X Factor, I was a big fan of, but, you know, my favorite comic book character was always Green Lantern. So I was a big fan of the DC Master Series cards when they came out. I wasn't a fan of the DC Cosmic cards, which were kind of like the DC equivalent of these. For some reason, they just looked cheaper. I don't know what it was. They just looking at and it's not like these are super expensive or anything or made super well, but something about the Cosmic cards I always thought looked cheaper. So far, we only have that one hologram. Oh, speak of the devil. Here's the second one. It was hard to get some. Oh, there we go. That's cool. Hulk. Very cool card. Off-centered really badly. You can barely see the left border. But still, cool card. And it doesn't seem to have scratches on it. Again, that's the other big thing with these. So I'm wondering now if it's just 2 holograms per box. Again, I was never I never had the kind of money to open up a full box of these. I just opened up a couple of packs here and there. Wish I would have gotten the Magneto one. This one's cool. Avengers versus Ultron. And I think, yeah, Hawkeye and Iron Man are the only ones that were actually in Age of Ultron. If you've made it this far, please, again, if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, leave a comment for us. Let us know what you think. Let me know if this is as big of a blast from the past for you as it is for me, for sure. It's a cool Sabretooth card. So I'll probably end up going through these, separating them out into stacks of, you know, sequentially, and then going through and picking out the nicest one for my set that I'll put in the binder, and then see if I can put another set together, and then see what kind of singles I have, and give away any to folks looking to put sets together. And if no one reaches out, which happened the last time, then throw them up on eBay and see what happens. All right, looks like we're down to, this is 5 packs left. Yeah, you should get 360 cards minus, looks like 2 holograms. So 358. So you should get 2 sets and then, you know, a handful of triples. There's some that I'm looking at like, did I get a Shadow Cat? I'm wondering if that's my first Shadow Cat or my first Blackout. Watch me not be able to put together a full set. Something ridiculous like that. Yeah, I don't remember Annihilus or Cable. I'm going to end up getting maybe 1 set. I do remember getting a bunch of Spider-Man, but, you know, unfortunately, the Series 1 does pretty well graded. I don't know about the Series 2. It's funny, Spider-Man has 3 cards in Series 1, and I had 1. You know, I would say probably 4 of each of them. So you're looking at least 4 of each of them. So you're looking at, you know, 12 different. There was the Cosmic, there was the regular, and there was the Black Suit Spider-Man. So you're looking at 12 Spider-Man cards. And I had 1 that was worthy of sending in to PSA. The rest of them were just off-centered or nicked up, or there was a print line. So, you know, you just never know. All right, last pack magic. Let's see what we got here. Will I get... No, I will not. So it looks like it's 2 per box. At least I got Hulk. Punishers, you know, not bad. Another Thanos. Nick Fury. Captain Marvel. Wrong gender. Doctor Doom. Speedball. Fantastic Four versus Doctor Doom. Masters of Evil again. Iron Fist. Thing versus Hawk. And Mysterio. R.I.P. All right, that does it for us, guys and gals. Pretty fun rip. 2 holograms. We got the Punisher one here. Very cool. And we've got a very off-centered Hulk. So it looks like I'm going to put a set together for myself. Maybe see if I can build another set. And then see how close I am. Maybe to a third. Or helping some other folks out put sets together. So, all right. That's it. That's all I have for you. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you had Marvel Universe cards. Were you a Marvel fan? Were you a DC fan? I know no one likes DC right now because the movies are terrible, but the comic books were pretty awesome and the cards were pretty awesome too. So we'll be coming back at you with some more content. I'll be doing some more comic book card rips and we'll have some more fun. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.